So previous session we have covered some of the important workflows which we are going to use repetitively in all the process. Okay, that is take screenshot and email notification. These two workflows we often use in all the process. Okay, and another workflow, that is one of the important workflow, that is also we are going to apply in all the process. Okay, so like here we have created a bot input XAML, which means a bot input workflow, and from this workflow we kept all the bot inputs, right? So like to address, subject, and exception source, and exception messages and all. So now we are going to keep all our bot inputs into an Excel. Okay, so keeping somewhere in the bot input, and so how to access that particular bot input, the bot input from the Excel. So that is the one workflow which we are going to create it today. And so here you see email notification, take screenshot. Similar like another workflow which we use repetitively, and that is the workflow name called init all settings. Okay, init all setting is nothing but, so whatever the input required to the bot, and that input we are accessing from Excel. Okay, and before that create a new folder that is called data. Click OK, and inside data, and go to data folder and create a new file called config. Okay, config, and open this. So here, and so here you can add the name like settings here, settings, and the header should be name and value and description. Okay, description. So, and so here I can add a name like it's a key, and what is my value, key and value. The name column is a key and the value column is a value, and also we need to provide the description. Okay, let me make it something is good, and this is my header, and here I can add like my to address. Most of the time we will not keep our email address and all. So for example I am telling, okay, the path of the output, or the path of the input, or the to address, or the process name, or some standard information which we are not going to change it often. So those kind of information you can keep it in the settings tab. Okay, so let's say I'm going to give some output file path. Okay, or else the account number, say account number. Okay, so this is the account number, default account number, something like hash. So this some numbers a b c, so this is the some numbers, and output file path, and let's say some C drive. Okay, and so for example I can add to address, okay, and remove that hyperlink, click OK. So assume that these are my input. So let's say you have these inputs, right? Email, forget about email subject and all, source and exceptions, leave it. That email subject and email body, I will create another workflow to access it. As of now, concentrate on settings tab. Okay, the settings tab where you can keep some standard information to the bot input. Okay, and here I have given some information here. and this is my key, and this is my value. Okay, and how can I how can I access these particular values using this key? Because key is always standard, so which we will not change it often, and this is a one-time creation, but the value might be changed. Okay, let's say today is this path is C drive data, and tomorrow the path may be vary, or after 6 months or sometime. But make sure that whatever the data value keep on changing, those value you can kept it in the asset. Okay, and so here as of now I'm for practice purpose I have placed this kind of information here. Okay, and how to get these values using this key? So that is the one we I'm going to show you. And so as you guys aware of the data types like string, integer, double, boolean, and array, and everything. And in this session I'm going to introduce one more data type, that is dictionary data type. So if I say dictionary, it means it will store a value, it store a key and value, okay, into the dictionary variable. And okay, so now go to your studio, and now I'm going to create a new workflow. Go to design and create a new workflow, that is init. Okay, init all settings. Okay, press enter. So then here this workflow, and first now we need to declare first we need to initialize our dictionary variable. Okay, how to create a dictionary variable? Go to your argument panel. So here I will create my dictionary variable as an argument, because I'm going to pass that particular argument into the other workflows. Okay, the value I want to pass that value from this workflow to another workflow. Okay, so simply understand that this is the place you are going to access all your Excel bot inputs, and then from this workflow to you are passing from different workflows. Okay, and let's say drag and drop a log message is here, and first step is drag and drop log messages, and say like info, and the workflow name is init all settings. Let's create a workflow name. Workflow name init all settings. Okay, and here go here and call your workflow name variable plus execution started. Execution started, click OK, and this is done. And you can mention that log message here, rename your log message, initialize all settings start. Okay, then and go to argument, and here create a argument here, that is out. Okay, out underscore config. Okay, and the direction should be out, because so after reading all the key and value, I want to pass it from one workflow to another workflow. Okay, and here go to argument type and browse type, and you can select dictionary, type dictionary. Okay, so under here the dictionary, this is a key value pair. Click system.collection.generic and click OK. And before that you need to select here, let me select this particular key as a string and value as a object. Okay, select first dictionary and provide your key as a string and value as a object. Click OK. Okay, this is called dictionary data type. And once it is done, so before we start, so let me drag and drop one more sequence, because in this workbook, so there is a one sheet, and there will be another two sheets, that is constants, and another sheet is like assets, and other sheet is email template. Okay, so we are going to keep all the data into different sheet. Asset we are going to maintain in the asset sheet, and email template, so like subject and body of the email, and everything we will keep it here. But we will create a flow one by one. First we will create a workflow for settings, then we will create a workflow for constant and assets, then finally email. Okay, email content. And now we are going to focus on settings. Okay, drag and drop one more sequence. This is for read config. Okay, so in this workflow I can use to read settings and constant. Okay, so I'm going to keep the same name and value here in this place, in the set, in the constant also. So in the constant we can keep some of the bot informations input, like which is always constant. Okay, let's say log messages. I can create log message. Okay, message for system failure, and I can create a log message for login failure. Okay, so because earlier we have given all the log messages hard code, we have given the hard code values, but now here you can give your input here. Let's say we have a place the throw, right, in the if block or in the checkup state. So we have placed many places throw activity. In the throw, what we given new system exception, within an open close bracket we have given the customized format, right? That customized format comes from the this config file. Okay, here I can say unable to login page, please verify username and password. Okay, so maybe in the future if you want to give some no extra additional information, or if you want to make this sentence even more better, and you can add it here. If you change it here, it will automatically pass this particular value into the workflow. Okay, no need to change it there. So please do not hard code anything on your workflow design. And here maybe you can tell that no application exception, something like that. Okay, and also make sure that give proper description, and what is the purpose of this particular key and value, and where you are using this particular key and value, and here also you need to give proper description. Okay, so that the others can understand after seeing this description, they can understand this particular key he has been used in some other flow for this reason, something like that. And so here, yes, I'm going to read data from config settings tab and constants tab. Okay, and here inside, so first in order to handle this dictionary variables, I need to initialize the dictionary variables. Okay, so drag and drop an assign activity and call your out config. Okay, and here you can you need to initialize your dictionary variable. Okay, so how to initialize your dictionary variable? Very simple, and click on this expression editor window and add a new and call dictionary. Okay, dictionary of, and of string comma object. Okay, it's simple. So here we choose it, right, string and object, the same we need to initialize. Okay, for dictionary we need to initialize it, and then I can go and change this name, config initialize. Okay, this is done. Now I have initialized the config, and now I want to read my Excel workbook. Okay, so how to read my Excel workbook, and before that I want to read my two sheets, settings and constant. Okay, and so I have to mention somewhere else, right, this settings and constant, and you can minimize this, and so drag and drop for each. Okay, for each control workflow, and here go here in this place. So okay, sheet I can give in the variable. Okay, in the variable I'm going to give the sheet name. Let's say sheets. So I can give sheet name as a or argument. I'm going to give it as in argument. So in underscore config sheets. Okay, so this is also in, so leave it as it is. This is not a string, and it should be array of string. Okay, array of string. So click on OK, and here, so if I pass manually array of string, and so I can give within double quotes settings. So I can copy it from here. This is settings, and settings, and comma, and this constants. Within double quotes. Okay, so I have a settings and constant sheet names. So now here I'm going to get each sheet one by one. So let me add it like sheet here, and so from this in config sheets there are two sheets, settings and constant. So if I release one first, and that will be settings, so then I'm going to read settings sheet first, then the next iteration I'm going to read the constant sheet in the next. Okay,